Gautam Roy is joining us from Murshidabad, West Bengal. Aisha, first coming to you. Karnataka has recorded a 24.7% voter turnout so far for the 14 seats till 11:30 a.m. Get us more on what are you picking up when we talk of the voter turnout, and also help us understand the political contest, the highlights of these particular 14 seats that are up for grabs today. What is it that is making the third phase significant in Karnataka?
Well, Preeti, this is the second phase in Karnataka and the polling has been brisk since morning. And beating the heat, people are turning up in large numbers to vote, because since morning we have seen huge queues like these behind me. You can see because the Election Commission was anticipating that because of heat the turnout could be lower. But here the people, the voters have surprised everyone, and they are turning out in huge numbers with lot of enthusiasm to vote across North Karnataka, which is voting on 14 seats. This is the second phase for Karnataka. Now, this is a very important election for North Karnataka as such. Right now, North Karnataka is staring at huge drought. But besides this, there are issues, the issues of law and order, the issues of women's safety, especially the place where I am standing was a ground zero, wherein a young student was murdered in a broad daylight in Hubli. So that has changed the equation and the landscape of entire political narration in this region. So Prahlad Joshi is in the fray from Hubli, whereas Mallikarjun Kharge's son-in-law in Gulbarga district is one of the very important contests that we are seeing in North Karnataka, because for Mallikarjun Kharge this is an important election because if his son-in-law wins, it means a victory for Mallikarjun Kharge to avenge the defeat which he faced, which he tasted in 2019, which was the first time in his career. So that is a very important seat in Gulbarga. But right now there are a lot of youngsters I see who are coming out to vote. There are youngsters with a lot of enthusiasm coming out to vote here, and I have with me one such young man. What's your name?
My name is Brishab.
So is this your first voting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's my first time.
Okay, so what is enthusiasm among the youth in Hubli?
Yes,
what are the issues that you are thinking?
So the social media, the advent of social media has brought a lot of change in youth generation. You can see a lot of youth people coming around here, people like me, who have been standing over here since morning. So it's good that we see youth and people like me coming over and casting their votes.
What is that? What is the that you are looking at? What kind of expectations do you have from this election?
More, I can see more, because the manifesto, what has been driven from both the parties, the India and the UPA, which is now known as India.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of manifestos shown from them. Women's safety, to be precise, which is happening in Karnataka, which is a flaw. And more of a socialist perspective from both the ends. We want to see a socialist change and a transparent government in the near future.
So a lot of expectations from the youth here, Preeti. They are expecting a lot of changes. They are expecting, better safety for the youth and also for women. As I said, this is the ground zero where the young student Neha was murdered, and this has really changed the landscape of narration, that the parties were following here. So for the BJP, this is the place. The BJP holds all the 14 seats in this region from 2019 elections. So for the BJP, it has a challenge to defend all the 14 seats, whereas for Congress, it has to work hard to get at least one seat or two seats in this region as such. But right now, the Congress has been campaigning on the fact that this is a battle of guarantees, which is the 5 guarantees of the state government versus the Modi ki guarantee. So this is a battle. This was a narrative that was said. But then the law and order issue, the drought, the farmers issue, these are also the issues which are looking, which are on the minds of the people when they are coming to vote in large numbers in Karnataka. So on the other hand, former Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai has a neighboring constituency, Haveri, and he is contesting from there for the first time for the Lok Sabha election. Then there is a former Chief Minister Jagdish Shettar who is contesting from Belgaum, and also there are young Turks for the first time who are in this election. Like in Belgaum, we see Minister Lakshmi Hebalkar's son Mrinal Hebalkar, who is contesting from Belgaum. So there is a mix of young and experienced candidates who are in the fray in this election. So over 282 candidates candidates in this election, in this 14 seats, and about 2.5 crore voters who are expected to vote during the day. But right now, the EC feels it is quite a satisfactory number, quite a satisfactory turnout till now, considering the heat, considering the adverse weather that North Karnataka was seeing. Although EC has made all the arrangements for the voters to turn out in large numbers. Preeti?
All right, Aisha, I'll take the